Welcome back, Agriscience, to what is a short video. And the reason for that is not because we don't like horses, it's just because there is not a tremendous amount of horse stuff in our curriculum. And so I don't want to bombard you with extra stuff if I don't have to. I suspect, though, that in the future there will probably be more equine stuff in our curriculum because our area is becoming kind of a hub for um, horsemanship. If you look at the Tryon International Equestrian Center, it is drawing in horse people from around the world. If you've never been to that facility before, it's extremely impressive. They're constantly building on that thing. But I had an opportunity to take a tour of it a couple of years ago, and it's extremely impressive. Um, I know right now that going to horse shows and races and competitions and things like that is kind of a difficult thing because of our pandemic situation. However, most of their shows are free to the public, and it's just really because they're trying to get people in there and interested in the horse industry. So even though this is not something that is um, really high up on the radar of people as far as our state curriculum yet, I really think it will be in our area in the future. In fact, um, Isothermal Community College has coursework that is specifically geared toward the equine industry and trying to recruit people to come and work at Tryon International Equestrian Center. And so, as far as the equine industry, you're looking at different purposes for horses. You know, we look at the different purposes for cows. Is it dairy or is it beef? We look at the different purposes between layers and broilers when we're looking at poultry. But the same thing with the equine industry. We're just not consuming them. We're looking at, are we working with animals that are for show? Are we working with animals that are for racing? Are we working with animals that we're using for some sort of a purpose, as far as like draft horses and things like that? Or, are we just using them specifically for recreation with horseback riding? So, the equine industry, an up and coming, very popular industry in this particular area because of that equestrian center. I have linked that on this page, so if you want to check that out, please do. They do have some video tours on there where you can see some of the facilities that they have. The three most popular breeds, and I'll show you a couple of these. I actually pulled these pictures up ahead of time so that my internet wouldn't bog me down. You've got the quarter horse, which it's used for riding, it's used for hunting, it's used for working cattle. This is one of those horses that is multi-talented, and so we'll take a look at that in just a second. Very muscular, multi-purpose type horse. You have the thoroughbred, who's just a little bit sleeker and leaner than what you're going to see on the quarter horse. Really, most of the time used for racing purposes. And so, a lot of times when you see horse racing, you're seeing thoroughbreds, and then Arabians, which are really more kind of your show horses. So, this is the only slide we have on horses. So, I'm going to go out and take a look at some pictures that I have looked up here. And we'll start with the quarter horse. Again, this is one of your working horses, multi-purpose. You can use it for working or recreation. Nice muscular animal. You can see how well muscled this animal actually is, and so they can be used for various purposes. But very, very popular breed of horses in the United States, probably the most popular breed of horses in the United States. When we look at the racehorse line, you're thinking something more along the lines of this thoroughbred. And this one, also well muscled. I mean, you're looking at an animal that is a powerful animal. However, it is more designed for racing purposes. It's designed to be fast, and you can kind of look at the aerodynamics of this horse and just see that it is sleeker and smoother than what you saw in that still powerful, but a little bit larger quarter horse. The third breed, as far as popularity, is the Arabian. And these can come in different colors. I just like the looks of the picture of this one because it points out a couple of things that I want to make sure that you notice about the Arabian. And these are more show horses. Um, they can be used for various purposes, of course, but these are showy horses. These are, to me, they kind of look prissy, and the reason that they look prissy has absolutely nothing to do with the way that they've been made up, but it's the way that their body is designed. The Arabian horse is going to have a dished face, and so you can kind of see how it looks like something has just smacked that horse right there in the muzzle, but actually it hasn't. It's just that's just the way that the horse is shaped, and so it has that dished face to it. That's one telltale sign that it's an Arabian, and the other one is the tail. Notice how this tail sticks out. It kind of looks like somebody's wearing a high ponytail. Well, it's wearing a high ponytail, but the reason that it looks like that is not because they've groomed it and trained it to stand that way. It's because the Arabian actually has 20, I think it's 23 versus 24 vertebrae. I'm not 100% sure on the number, but I do know it's one shorter than what most horses have. So, because it has one fewer vertebrae, it actually looks like um, that uh, hind end kind of comes up a little bit more to a curve, and you've got that tail that just kind of sticks out there versus the way that you see it on other horses. So those are the three most popular horse breeds. If you ever have a chance to get out to the equestrian center, I highly recommend that you do it. It's a really interesting place. It's beautiful. And there's lots of stuff to do there. And typically on a Saturday night, it's free, so free entertainment. But for sure, if you have an opportunity, check it out. And hopefully in the future, we will kind of expand this equine section because I really do think it's going to be something that's going to be up and coming and more popular in the future. Next time, we will finish up with animal breeds by looking at the aquaculture industry. So we'll see you next time.